Hi there, guys, and welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers. This is a podcast where we love to explain our love-hate relationship with video games. I am, of course, your host, Efocutioner. Oh wait, hold on. Let me get the intro music in. I am your host, Efocutioner. I'm gonna let this rock for a little bit. And welcome to episode 100. So yeah, first and foremost, this is episode 100. We have officially did it, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me get the Final Fantasy music. We did it! 100 episodes. Holy crap, man. It took a minute and a half, 3 minutes. As I said in episode 50, we would have been on episode 100 a long time ago if we were a weekly podcast. But we are not. We are a bi-weekly, and that is by choice. And first and foremost, I just want to say thank you all, man. You guys are all amazing. Thank you for tuning in, because there's a few of y'all who've been in this game with me since episode 1. Holy crap. So I mean that's for the old fans, you know what I'm saying? That's why I brought out the intro music. But for the new people, it gives you a reason to want to go back and listen to episode 1. Although, man, going from episode 1 to 100, oof. Man, did I definitely grow as a podcaster and gamer. So, first and foremost, I would like to say though, thank you all so much for coming in and listening. I have been going through this crazy journey of trying to figure out what really podcasting is, man. Like at first, it was just something I wanted to do with friends and just shoot the shit. And then it was something I was like, yo, I really want to make money off this, because I was like, I really like doing this and I want to make a career off of it. And at the time, people didn't really think podcasting was like a career. People still don't think podcasting is a career. Like they think like, yo, everyone's surprised by it. And even now, I still want to do the podcasting thing. That's why we made it to episode 100 in this bi-weekly podcast. And I would like to say thank y'all for all of y'all for tuning in and messaging or watching. Like, seriously, I just want to thank everyone so much. Like, it really means a lot. This episode is mostly just going to be me. I do have some news I want to get off before I continue. Episode 100. Basically, just treat this as like the new episode 1. Gamer Composer is not going to be on the podcast as much as he was. Well, to be honest, he was kind of a staple. So, but because he's like gotten so busy working on projects and just being extremely popular now, like his music has blown up. He's right now going to be featured in like maybe 3 or 4 games. I haven't asked what the games were, but he signed NDAs, so even if I were to ask, he wouldn't tell me. But yeah, Gamer Composer is it's not going to be on. I think you can probably tell because I sound a little bit sad. I'm not as happy as I usually am, but it's just like, oh man, like it just sucks because Gamer Composer is going to be busy and he just won't have time to do the podcasting thing with me anymore. So it's mostly going to be me. I might have some other friends that will hop on every once in a while, but this podcast is definitely going to be about me. Not be about me, but be about the video games, but it'll mostly just be like a solo venture and everything. Also, I do want to do a quick thank y'all once again for informing me on certain things. So I know if you go back and listen to like episode 1, compare it to episode 100, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, there are certain segments and stuff that throughout the era of the Chronicles of Gamers, some of it has disappeared. But luckily, because I've had messages throughout the time and Be honest, I didn't really think anyone was really responding to feedback, but that's my fault for not checking as much as I should. But quite a few of y'all really do like the music choices. So I will be bringing that back, but it won't be here. It'll be in another form, but it'll be kind of similar to what this is. I don't know if it'll be a podcast, but it'll be something. Yeah, man. So just the podcast itself, the Chronicles of Gamers, is still going to be around. But yeah, there's just been some changes that slowly have been happening. But I know one thing. I enjoyed this new era of the podcast. I know you guys do too. I like taking topics instead of just discussing the news, because I think everybody does that, right? You know, everyone loves to react to the news, and I feel like reacting doesn't really give you time to sit down and reflect and to really ask yourself, why are we reacting? Why are we, playing into what we're basically being drip fed on information about? Like, for example, I just saw it on Twitter today. Like, they said Xbox's Series X's source code was secretly leaked, and it's now looking to be sold, and people are like, yo, PlayStation did it. And it's just like, well, first of all, I just don't see I think it's a great thing to know, but I'm just like, well, what do you want me to do about it? Like, yo, Xbox let they shit slip. Whoever picks it up, good luck. But it's just, or for example, when we hear about like crunch and stuff like that, I'm glad to hear about it, but it's just like, all right, well, what are we going to take away from it? And I'm starting to get to that point now, especially in my life, where it's just like all this information and stuff is nice, but it's like, what can we take away from this? Like, what can we do as gamers, as customers? I don't like calling myself a consumer, but as gamers, what can we do to better that situation? Like, for me, when I hear about the Xbox Series X, I'm just like, okay, well, when Xbox updates us more on the situation, then, maybe we might be able to do something. But, I'm sorry, your source code information got leaked. What do you want us to do about it? We can't do nothing, get better security. I mean, there's other stuff too. Like, I'm not getting into the main topics, but it's just, I feel like with this podcast, I kind of do want to express myself, and I want people to express themselves too, and get things off their chest, especially in the video game industry. And hopefully we can like bring a topic, when we bring our topics to the table, hopefully there's a solution, because I feel like that's the problem. Hopefully there's a solution. Like, if we rant or get angry about something, I love that this podcast can be the place where it's just like, yo, man, let's really express our opinion, because yelling online is it's just not working, man. Like, why are we getting into discussions and getting all this argument and stuff out? But that's kind of where I want the Chronicles of Gamers to be, and I'm pretty sure you guys have noticed it too, from me reacting and being angry about it. Now I'm just like, you know what? I kind of just be like, eh. But I still love doing the podcast form, because it's like, I get to express myself. I get to say what I want to say. And if people disagree or agree, well, then you're welcome to say, your opinion on it. But at the end of the day, my word is not law. So, yeah. Man. But yeah, just wanted to get that off. Mostly thank you. Talking about how the podcast is going to be, and Gamer Composer not being as consistent as he was. I don't know when he'll hop back on, but if he does, great. If he doesn't, I appreciate him having on. So there's nothing I can really do about it except just continue listening. Oh, one more thing. I did an interview with Ted. Ted interviewed me for the Boss Battle podcast. If I do not know when it'll be uploaded, but if you happen to listen to this and I post, like, if I post this before the other, just go ahead and listen to both. Hell, you should just do that anyways, man. Like, it's like, come on. We're all inside. Might as well listen to some podcasts to do your thing. Oh, one last thing though. I did talk about it, and I know I talked about it a little bit on episode 99. I still stand by it. Like, this COVID, this Corona, what I'm saying, whatever you want to call it. It's I still say it's not a big deal, but it's still a big deal in the fact of like, yo, just please cover your mouth, wash your hands. If you are sick, please stay inside. Those are the aspects I'm very serious about. I'm not serious on the fact that you should run out and go ahead and overstock shit. So that's what I'm talking about when I clarify, when I'm like, yo, it's not that big a deal to go out there and start looting and hoarding and then selling shit online like hand sanitizer for $200 fucking dollars, and then, you know what I'm saying, why the fuck are we selling damn masks for $300 and shit? It ain't that serious. That's what I'm talking about. So just in case anybody wants to come at me, but I don't think anyone's really going to come at me, because clearly the audience that listens to this knows the fucking meaning of my context. Thank you very much. So, thank you. All right. Let's get into these topics, because I have just a few topics. Quite a few things have been happening in the video game industry, but okay. Just more in the fact of Animal Crossing and Doom. I don't really give two shits about either of those games, so I'm going to go into the topics and discussions that I think are way more important than that shit. First and foremost, man. So, Valve kind of alerted this news. Oh, hold on. Let me hit the button.
Breaking news!
Valve is not making a Left 4 Dead game. No shit. Oh my gosh. Like, damn. Whoa. Like, and the question you would ask yourself, hey, Valve, why aren't you, like,
why not?
Make a Left 4 Dead game over here, man? And their excuse is just like, psh. I mean, they're like, why should we? We're Valve. We don't need to make anything. We make money off of you buying games, and we get a percentage. And hip hip hooray, how'd you do? But look, man, Left 4 Dead is not being worked on at Valve. That's cool for me. I think Back 4 Blood, ladies and gentlemen, Back 4 Blood is literally coming out. It's being worked on. And I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to put this speculation out there. When Back 4 Blood comes out, yo, that shit is over with. It's done. I think that game is going to make a crap ton of money to the point where Valve is just going to be like, yo, where is my button? Valve is just going to, where's my button? Valve's going to be like,
what the hell?
Why did we make a Left 4 Dead game? And it's just like, bro, that's a really good question. Why didn't you make a Left 4 Dead game? This is like fucking Warner Brothers sitting on the DC property for how many years? And then when Marvel made, like, what is it, Avengers 2? Warner Brothers decides to wake up and be like, you know what we should do? We should just do exactly what Marvel did and make a DC universe. And everyone's been saying, bro, you should have been doing that forever. Why the fuck you wait till now? Like, yo, you're waiting until close to Avengers 2 to now make a DC universe? And then you gonna start with Superman and Batman? Everyone knows that. It's like, so that's what I'm saying. Valve not making a Left 4 Dead game, even though everyone's clamoring for a Left 4 Dead game, and World War Z came out, which is a Left 4 Dead fucking clone, and did fantastic. And you never thought to yourself, gee, if a clone of Left 4 Dead could do well, why the fuck would we not release a Left 4 Dead game? Wow. Like, gee, golly.
It's spooky.
That it was doing so well. Hell, at this point, even Capcom is doing something like that. Like, Capcom is working on a Left 4 Dead, kind of a Dead by Daylight Left 4 Dead combination, and they're doing it with the Resident Evil series. And it's just like, wow, I can't believe how long it took for them to make it. But if that becomes fucking successful, Jibbity Jillikers, it's almost like Valve could have made easily money. I'm done. Fuck this. Damn, Valve, you slow as fuck. Yo, good luck. Another big deal that I'm kind of paying attention to, and I'm really surprised a lot of people weren't talking about this in the podcast world, but you know what I'm saying? I guess some people just don't understand, or maybe they not real good, like really creating that content for the world. But SoundCloud and fucking Twitch kind of made like a nice little collaboration, you know what I'm saying, by basically for the artists, for the DJs, for those like people with the bands and stuff, you know, I know this corona has been affecting a lot of the artists out there, especially the underground or new artists. It's kind of hard for you to, do your shows, play that music in front of groups, try to promote your band through the streets. Well, SoundCloud has decided to team up with Twitch and allowing artists to go ahead and make Twitch channels so that way they can play their music. So if you are a SoundCloud, well, most SoundCloud artists are usually on the SoundCloud, getting tongue-tied over here, man. But for those that are SoundCloud artists or people that upload content on SoundCloud, you pretty much have a pro package or a premiere package. So you're already in the fantastic boat of if you create content and you let Twitch knows, Twitch will actually put you to the affiliate status right away. So that way you can go ahead and make money. I know it's not much, but I kind of like the fact that Twitch is doing this. Twitch is trying to really push out from being only known as the video game type of app. Like with Twitch, you're able to do the same thing. Well, not the same things as Justin TV, but kind of the same. And I think this is a great way in order to get more music and other type of artists to look at Twitch another light. So I think this is great for Twitch, and I think this is great for the artists. And holy crap, this is actually good for SoundCloud, because I was kind of worried. Like SoundCloud wasn't really doing much. I mean, it went from almost being bankrupt to now teaming up with Twitch and doing this amazing thing. So, saying great job, SoundCloud. So if you're an artist that listens to this podcast, or, I might do a little clip, but I think you guys should just hop on over, go ahead and do the Twitch, get the affiliate status, make some money. It's a great way to not only showcase your skills and your work, but then you can also get feedback a lot quicker, because you'd be surprised how people just hop on Twitch and they'll go from video games to just go onto another piece of content just to look and communicate. So this might help you guys out. I'm actually thinking about doing this for the podcast, where I might play podcast episodes on fucking Twitch, because I think that's an amazing idea. And I don't know why I never connect, the two and two together, but, that's just how it is, though. I'm not going to be mad about it, but it's just like, damn, kind of slow with the Efo, could have been doing this a lot sooner. But, live and learn. That's the whole point of doing this. And for last and not least,
breaking news.
So the Xbox Series X, I kind of talked about it a bit. With the source code being taken, but I mean that's nothing to really worry about. That's Microsoft's problem. I want to talk about the whole Series X. That's got to get a better name. First and foremost, Xbox, you really should have picked a better name, man. I can't keep calling it a Series X. I'm just going to call it a Sex. Or I don't know what the fuck to call this name. I guess I'm going to call it Sirius. It's just faster than Series X. I got to think of a better name. But, so the Xbox Series X and the PS5, people have been talking about it. Everyone's been comparing the specs. Everyone's been trying to figure out which is the most powerful console that's ever created. The Xbox fanboys and the Microsoft fanboys are going at it. You know what I'm saying? They got the music. They're basically playing. They're going like that. But I'm just sitting there trying to figure out, because as much as I see it, even though I really try hard not to see it, because, social media loves posting the most dramatic, serious bullshit on my timeline for Twitch and Facebook when I'm just on just for a few minutes. People are really getting into, the power and the specs of this thing. And I'm just like, does it really fucking matter? What games come with it, ladies and gentlemen? Where are the games? I haven't heard shit on shit. I haven't heard nothing. I've been hearing more about teraflops than I've ever heard of teraflops in my entire freaking existence. And I'm also including the fact that the Xbox One X, like that was talking about the flops. And I'm over here saying, yo, what the flop is the matter with all of y'all? I don't give a fuck about the flops. Y'all flopping around with no game introductions, man. Y'all talking about all these fucking consoles, how powerful it is. Yo, what the... like, we're all imagining what it can do, and the main thing is, why am I imagining? Show me what these things can do! Like, fuck, I'm still giving people shit for the motherfucking PlayStation's conference. Basically talking about, yo, man, we got the specs over here. We got the backwards compatibility. Well, I'm going to get into the backwards compatibility. But I'm like, yo, we got the HD player with the 4K connecting with the Wi-Fi on the side, with the CD next to the DVD, with the TV communicating back to the DVD, but it's free. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck's going on, man. I really don't care. You're talking all this techno babble shit, and you ain't showing me no games that come with it. You ain't even showing me no damn price that coming with these damn consoles. The only good thing I can see so far is Microsoft basically announcing, saying, hey, you, gamer, are you a person who has old Xbox games? Maybe a 360 or hell, an original Xbox game? Or maybe if you went to a pawn shop or a Salvation Army or a brown elephant, or maybe your best friend's neighbor's cat, dog, sister's brother, uncle gave you a free old school Xbox game with this cane and a nice can of tap. If you have that, you could go ahead and put it into this Series X and it will seriously play that game for you. Nah, that's not bad, right? I'm over here like, yo, Xbox is basically saying every Xbox game that's ever made before the Series X can be played on the Series X. And it is seriously looking good. Like, you got PlayStation over here, like, with the fucking PS5 and shit. I don't even know what the fuck it looks like. It's like, at this point, I can imagine a big-ass fucking refrigerator, too. But this PlayStation 5 over here is like only being able to play PS4 Pro and PS4 games. And you gotta really sit there and think to yourself, what the fuck? A PS4 Pro game? How many PS4 Pro games? Like, where's the exclusive PS4 Pro games? Most games are just made as the game, and if you have a PS4 Pro, it just amplifies it. So you're basically saying any PS4 game, and it will just amplify it to PS4 Pro levels if the developers put that into the game. And then I'm just like, okay, what about PS3? What about PS2? What about PS1? Where are the old school PlayStations? Like, at this point, I might as well just keep the PS4 that I have and just keep playing that. Because why the fuck am I going backwards if you ain't got that much backwards? But then I thought about it. I know why they aren't going to PS3, 2, and 1. Because they have PlayStation Play. They have that new account. You know what I'm saying? You buy that subscription service and you can play old PlayStation games. But then Microsoft kind of has the same thing. But yet, if you have the disc, you can still play it. So I'm just over here like, yo, why isn't PlayStation doing this? Why are we getting excited for this? Like, this is crazy. This is ridiculous. And then I kind of do want to talk about the specs just a little bit. I want to talk about the storage. PlayStation's not even a fucking gig. Well, actually, no, let me rephrase that. PlayStation is a gig. It ain't a terabyte. I was like, yo, I literally was like, what? 825 gigs? What? What are you doing? Like, do you not understand how much these games take to download and update constantly? That means you'll pretty much be able to play maybe 4 or 5 games. And don't get me started on the Xbox Series X. That motherfucker only has a terabyte. That's just as bad as fucking PlayStation storage. But guess what, folks? You ain't got to worry about that. You can go ahead and buy a quote-unquote SSD special memory card from both of these fuckers. That'll probably cost $100, and I'm just underselling the 100, but it probably might cost $200 to put 2 terabytes, maybe 4. Jiminy Dillikers. What if I'm hoping, because we don't have all the information, But what if like they're only Xbox tongue tied? Basically, what if they only have storages like the 360 did, where it's like you have to buy a Microsoft exclusive SSD that only works with the fucking Xbox Series X. And that same situation can go for PlayStation as well. Now, granted, you guys can fucking tell me if that changes, but the whole point is you can't tell me that price ain't gonna change. Like, yo, we're pretty much gonna be spending maybe $100 to $300 to better improve our storage. And don't tell me about the fucking cloud. The cloud is having a hard time as it is right now. Online infrastructures are struggling because of this thing. So it's kind of showcasing how, look, having shit online is nice, but man, you kind of want that storage. You want good storage. You want to save your game files, right? I don't think that's a bad thing. I want to save my shit. I want to be able to play a game without having to constantly keep switching out memory cards. And by the way, even in the PS2 and the PS1 era, I had memory cards, but I didn't have to switch out my memory cards quite that often, man. I got like 3 memory cards. And I could still save a shit ton of stuff on all 3. I just like the fact I bought like a pack of like actual 3 memory cards, and I've been using the same 3 memory cards for my PS2. So like that's the funny thing about it. So it's like, yeah, I have 3 memory cards, but I didn't buy separately 3. I just bought like a memory card pack, and it just came in 3, and it came with a red, blue, and black, and I've just held on to the red, blue, and black. And I can still save shit on the red, blue, and black. And I've actually modded the blue, the red PS2 memory card so I can play games on my PS2 game that were like from other countries and stuff. And I can still save shit on that red PS2 memory card. I don't care at this point because they're PS2 games. And most people put that shit online. But the whole point is you got to probably have to spend $100 to $300 for storage for both of these consoles. And then last but not least, you got to ask yourself, we don't even know how much these fucking consoles are going to be. I mean, at most people are speculating that it's going to be $600 fucking dollars. $600. Like, I don't think y'all. Like, hold on. I don't think y'all understanding. This might be a $600 console. I don't know. We don't know because no one's saying shit. We probably might have to wait till Thanksgiving for Xbox. And we might have to wait until like Christmas Eve or some shit for PlayStation to get off his ass and be like, hey, we got a $600 console. But you got to think about it. That's $600. Then you got to pay for the online subscription. That's going to be another $60. Unless you already have your online subscription. So we'll take that off. I'll take it off. I'll be nice. It'll probably be $600 for this console. Then you gotta pay for storage, which is probably gonna cost you between $100 to $300. So that means it's either gonna be $700 to $1,000 that you're gonna be spending. And I hate to be that motherfucker because I really love playing consoles. But man, it looks like we might just have to go over to the PC master race, man. Like, you're just gonna have to accept it.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Yo, man, PC might be the place to be. I mean, if you're gonna drop, if at any point of time you spend close to $700 or more dollars upgrading this fucking console, you might as well have just gone PC. Like, at this point, even most games aren't even really exclusives anymore. I mean, what is it? Horizon Zero Dawn? That's on fucking PC. I should know because someone on Twitter got hella mad and they threw their PlayStation to the ground because of that shit. And now supposedly there's a rumor that's stating that God of War no longer has this PlayStation exclusive mark, and that might hop over to the PC. So, I mean, if that happens, no more exclusives. And that means no more exclusives, then shit. Might as well just all go PC. I mean, but that's only if you guys care about the fucking graphics. For me, I don't really give 2 shits. I just mostly like to play games. I love the plug and play aspect of a fucking console. But we're losing that plug and play aspect more and more each iteration of these fucking consoles. because that's what a console was originally meant for. It was never meant to be as good as a PC. Nothing can be a PC in terms of graphics and power. It was meant to be able to play games right away. That's the main power, the main selling point of a console. You just plug it in, very little updates, and you play. But now we're losing that playability. Now we're just playing ourselves by spending that much money and realizing that we still want it to be as powerful as a PC when consoles were never meant to be as powerful as a PC. I don't know why we started thinking that way, but gosh darn it. God darn it. What the fuck? It's never meant to be that powerful. But whatever. Moral of the story is this. I just feel like we need some game announcements. Give me a motherfucking reason to get a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. Show me the games. I wants to see the games. Efo want games. Games. I want games. That's it. No more bullshit. Games. Games. I don't give a fuck. You can talk about all those flopping shits you want. Show me the game, show me the price, and show me the price of how much it's going to cost to upgrade my storage. You give me those three things, then we'll talk. Until then, I'm going to start saving my motherfucking money to get me a really good PC. That's what I'm going to do. I already got a keyboard and mouse, and I don't play on keyboard and mouse, and I still got my PS4 controller, and I still got a wired Xbox 360 controller. At this point, show me the cost on these consoles, and if I don't like what I see, and I don't like the exclusive games that come with the motherfuckers, I'm going to PC. I'm making the huge jump. And it ain't even that huge of a jump because Microsoft promotes their shit on PC anyways. And it's starting to look like PlayStation going to do the same. And it's pretty much coming to the point where pretty soon I might see Nintendo put their shit on PC. So if you excuse me, I'm getting ready to get me a good PC.
Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
All right, man. It's that time of the show. Before I go a little bit more crazy, it's that time of the show where I got to say goodbye. But before I go, before I leave, you already know what time it is. It's time for shameless plugins. All right, man. Chronicles of Gamers. Just type us in on Google, YouTube. We're still not on Acast. I'm kind of low-key mad as fuck. I put this damn show in how many damn times? Man, fuck Acast. That's all I got to say. Fuck you, Acast. Fuck you. But we on Stitcher. We're on Soundcloud. We're on YouTube. We're on iTunes. Should look at that, man. We're on iTunes and Acast can't even hook me up. We're looking at Spotify because apparently it seems like Stitcher and Spotify connects. So I'm going to see if I can connect my Stitcher to my Spotify. And then if I can do that, then you guys can connect your Spotify to your Blu-ray or to your TV or your DVD or your HD TV or the 4K Blu-ray amazing thing. And then we're going to get the thing popping. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to connect it to the console that's connected to the TV. So, yeah. Just really excited about that. Also, we're on Twitter, COG Podcast. I get it. I used to have someone doing the Twitter on that. Then I kind of just neglected the Twitter. But I'm going to bring the Twitter back. I'm going to get somebody. I'm going to do the Twitter myself, man. I'm going to do the best I can with the Twitter. Well, we're getting an Instagram together. And then we got the Facebook, Chronicles of Gamers. You can just, join the page. And yeah, man, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, that's all I got. I just really want to say thank you once again for just sticking with the podcast. And now we're on fucking episode 100. Man, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm sad. I'm a little sad because I miss Gamer Composer, but yo, I'm happy as fuck, man. We on episode 100. We are syndicated now, man. Holy shit, I want that syndication money. We about to do that Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Yo, I want my syndication money. You Efo want that syndication money. Yeah, man. Syndication money. Where my syndication money at? 100, baby. We on episode 100. I want the syndications. I want to be bigger than Friends. I want to be bigger than Always Open. I want this podcast to be bigger than Joe Rogan, than Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? What other podcasts is out there? This shit's already a biggest and kind of funny. And I'm not laughing. Yo, man, I want this podcast to be bigger than all that shit. And we gonna get there. But it's gonna take some time. But I appreciate it. Anyways, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. I am out of here. And of course, stay lit.